Well, my father received words through letter that his father was gravely ill and that he was not expected to live much longer, and that he desperately wanted to see his children as well as the only grandkids they had, that was my brother and myself. So my father packed us all up very early in 1940, probably around January. So my brother Kenny, myself, my father, and my mother, who at that time was 8 months pregnant. Okay, so that's pretty difficult situation in those days to be traveling, at that late stage in pregnancy. But you could see us, you have a photo of us on the ship. And although she was hiding her bump in her tummy, she was definitely pregnant, and she was determined not to have the baby until she arrived in Japan and reached her destination where she was born, in Peru. So on February 20th of 1940, my younger brother, Albert Kenji, was born. So that's take us in February, and then we stayed in Japan until June of that year. There were parties and lots of reunion, and miraculously, my grandfather, his health greatly improved during this period. Basically, he was suffering from, probably what they classify nowadays as depression. He took to drinking too much sake, probably. And his health was declining. But when we got there, he started to behave himself, and his health improved until he found out that we were all returning to the United States. That was in June. And, by that time, the money has run out. My parents still had home in Los Angeles, which they had to take care of. But when my grandfather's health started declining, they decided to take care of their business in the United States and then return to Japan to take care of my grandfather. Well, to show good faith that they were planning to return, they left my older brother Kenny and myself in their care. That was June of 1940. However, the war started. And my parents and the whole family were interned in Poston, Arizona, along with all the other Japanese Americans in the neighborhood. Okay. And they were there for the duration of the war.